This is your one and only 𝐹𝐺81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and today I'm going to show you something that most of you probably don't even know. Let's get to it. Are you sick and tired of this happening to you? I'm ready. I'm gonna fight this boss. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Okay, maybe I'm not ready to fight this boss. But oh no, my runes. I had so many of them. Well, never fear, because today I'm gonna show you how to never lose your runes again. All of this is achievable with a handy little cracked tear that I do not see anybody talking about, and it's one of the best cracked tears in the game for the simple fact that you can use it as often as you need to use it and you will never lose your runes again. And that is the Twiggy Cracked Tear. As you can see there from the item effects, it says it briefly stops rune loss on death. What it doesn't tell you is it gives you about 3 minutes total of protection from losing your runes. Not only that, it can prevent you from losing your runes a second time if you've already dropped your runes on the ground. So we're gonna come out here and I'm going to let this tree sentinel kill me. All right, and there we go. I am dead and I have lost all my runes. Now I have Twiggy in my flask, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come out here and I'm going to drink the flask and I'm gonna run up and let him kill me again, and I'm not going to collect my runes. There they are on the ground. That's my over 2 million runes, and we're just gonna run up here to this guy and let him absolutely murder me. And there we go. I'm dead. Oh no, I'm gonna lose that 2 million runes. No, because I had the Twiggy buff active. That means I do not get a new Rune Grave, and my other Rune Grave that holds my 2 million runes is still standing there in the exact same spot. Right there it is, and all I have to do is just pop this again to secure them, make sure that I'm going to be able to get them, and then I can just run up here and collect them. Now I don't have to drink the flask again. I could have just ran up there and picked them up and still would have gotten them back. I just drank it again just in case. So this is super handy because you can use this to retrieve runes from boss areas if you cannot beat a boss and you don't want to give up your runes that you dropped in there, or just any situation at all where you think you're going to die. If you're quick and you don't stop to fight a bunch of stuff, it is pretty easy to get to from one site of grace to another within the time limit you have of this buff being active. Now, some of you may also know that there is an item that does that as well that you can equip into your inventory. So if we come over here to our talismans and we scroll down here, I also have this sacrificial twig talisman. This acts the exact same way, but the exception to this is if you die, you lose that sacrificial twig. The great thing about the Twiggy Cracked Tear is that you can constantly use it over and over, and it's going to refresh every time you stop at a site of grace. So even if it's a situation where you're just out exploring and you think that it's about to be up and you haven't made it to another site of grace, you can just teleport back to your previous one and refresh the flask and have it active again. Now it does reset when you sit down at a site of grace. You can see we have the buff now. If we sit down at the site of grace and then we get back up, you can see I don't have it again. Not everything is like that. I can cast this invisibility and sit down at the site of grace and get back up, and I will continue to have this invisibility buff. However, your wondrous flask buffs do not stay with you once you sit down. It completely refreshes them. So where do you get this absolutely fantastic cracked tear? You can actually get it relatively easy and pretty early on. It's just outside the Leyndell capital. You can see here's the capital. So once you make it up to this area, there is a minor erd tree right here. You're just gonna head over there to that minor erd tree, and there is a altar there, and you just run up and pick the thing up. It's guarded by some guys, but if you're quick, you can maybe not take hits like I did and get in and out pretty quickly, or you can use invisibility to get in and out pretty quickly without being detected, and just grab the tear and then put it in your flask whenever you need it. And the other cool thing is like you don't always have to have it active if you don't want to. It does take up a flask slot, which limits how good your flask is and the bonuses you can get from it. So what you can do is just run around with whatever you normally run around in your flask. For example, this setup here, so you have infinite FP and you deal bonus damage, and then if for some reason you die, and you want to make sure you get your runes back, then you just come back over here, you grab the tear, put it in your flask, and use it to go get your runes. And if you die before you get to your runes, it's no big deal because your runes will stay there as I showed you. All right, well, that's it for this one. Just a short, simple, quick video. I just wanted to get this information out there, so hopefully you find it helpful and informational. If you did, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite group of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.